Hello everyone, just wanted to do a quick update on how my ranked mirrors went, and as you can see I got S1, which makes this kind of interesting, or I guess more awkward, because I said I didn't care about getting S, and here I have S. So what happened? First of all, it feels kind of weird to say that because it reminds me of, you know, when you're going for a banner of a Majuka that you want, and you fail to get them or just can't roll because you don't have enough gems, and someone just gets them on the first ticket and says something like, "Oh, I didn't even want them, lol," and you just want to punch their face. Well, it's kind of how you might feel with me saying I don't care about S and here I have S, but I have an excuse. Now hear me out. I really mostly meant that, but after day one, I was so on the border of S and A that my tweet was actually used as a reference point for the cutoff for S. So I barely made into it. And I figured, you know, once I'm in S, I might as well at least try my best. And then I figured I would just drop out of S eventually because there'd be too many tryhards that I wouldn't be able to compete against. I mean, you saw I still faced solo Mokyus quite a bit, but that never happened. So it kind of reminds me of the image where you have a guy that just starts sitting up in his seat while he's playing games and he has to take things seriously. Well, that's me. So I guess deep down inside, I really sort of cared, I guess. But don't worry. Once I made it to the finals, I was so tired of facing Valentine's, Nagisa, Sudachi. If it wasn't them, it was Iriachi and Madokami. I mean, you can look at my score here. I barely did better than last time, and that's because I think I went 16-4 in the finals. It might have been 15-5, and that's because I picked Vampire Nagitan for the entire finals, and I had way more fun doing that than just playing the preliminaries. As for recording my battles, I did sort of forget day 4, but I can explain what happened. I mean, first of all, I didn't really plan to record all my days because I didn't think ranked mirrors is like super interesting to watch. But I thought, well, you know, I'm still learning and, you know, maybe people can learn from my mistakes and commentating them could make it interesting. You could hear my thought process, you know, as awful as that may be, because I really didn't know what I was doing on some of those battles. And I like commentating mirror matches because I think it's funny, you know, like the meme mirror videos I did, but ranked mirrors is just like super serious. But I kept up with it and I recorded my day 4 battles and I had them all done. I just didn't, you know, put them together to render into a video yet. I was putting it off before I went to bed. And the event came out with the Cyrano and Felicia, the Xmas event. And I was not going to roll for them at all. I only had like maybe 60, 70 rolls that I had gotten back from, you know, I basically rolled for everything on Vampire Nagitan. And I wasn't going to roll for them, but man, after I saw their animations, their Magia, I don't know, it's too adorable. It reminds me of the SpongeBob picture where it's like he absolutely needs it. But anyway, I absolutely had to have them. I rolled, I got lucky. I didn't really get much for their memos, but I didn't really care too much about force slotting units lately because they have this new thing. I call them the super gems, but it's like the innocent gem is what it's actually called. And you can use it to slot anyone. The bags are absolutely expensive. I don't even know what it came out to with tax and everything, like 60, 70 bucks. But that's still better than buying a lot of rolls and getting spooked. So, you know, I can always slot girls later. And that was pretty much my experience with ranked. The ranked meta definitely needs some work. I'm hoping like, you know, okay, I was joking about, I think Rico and Momoko are going to be lobbying to get a Chargius meta happening. And I'm joking, but man, what if they did that? It's suddenly all the girls that are good for ranked right now are suddenly not good. Because really, it comes down to having really high tank ability, a survive mechanic. Like even Shinobu with her SC was really good just because of the survive and her ability to Magia. It was just really tiring facing the same girls. That's why I use Vampire Nagitan in the finals. So don't feel bad if you didn't get a high rank because looking on JP Twitter, a lot of them didn't really care either. I mean, ranked mirrors after just 2 months. I mean, you can see the dates right on my screen. And we also had an event going on at the same time. A lot of people were just using their favorite girls or weren't bothering. I mean, there's a couple whales that I saw them have like a C rank. They just didn't feel like doing it this time. So maybe that's why I was able to get S. People just didn't care. Anyway, that's my update. That's how I did. I'm a NA refugee and I got S rank. Do you care? Probably not. Did I use Sudachi? Okay, yeah, I used Sudachi, but you know, okay. I also used Vampire Nagitan, but okay. I used some cancerous meta units. I basically use all S tier units, but at least I didn't have necessarily amazing memos. All right, okay. I admit doesn't really feel like much of an accomplishment. I'm out of here. Please don't bully me too much. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.